how to actually start collecting sports cards in 2025 if you're a beginner, or even if you are a person that has been collecting sports cards for your entire life as a kid or through your teenage years or 20s, 30s, whatever, and you took 20 years off, 30 years off, and then you came back and started collecting again. That's kind of what I did. I really collected a lot of hockey when I was a kid. A lot of hockey, a lot of baseball, not much football or basketball. I do have some, but usually from like the 80s, late 80s, middle 80s, lower 80s, 90s into the 2000s as I was a kid going into college. And really didn't collect for 20 years after that. And then COVID happened. After COVID happened, I started collecting again. But I wanted to help you guys out. In case you are a new collector, what could you do? What are some things that could help you out? What are some strategies that you can use to help you out? Because the field is so large now and so crazy that it's hard to restart everything, as you can say. So you have to figure out variety wise first. Number one, varieties. What varieties do you want to collect? Do you want to collect football? Do you want to collect baseball? Do you want to collect hockey? Do you want to collect them all? Do you want to collect just a certain team? Do you want to collect all autos? Do you want to collect all numbered cards? Back in the early 90s, late 80s, there wasn't numbered cards. There wasn't autos in packs, unless maybe like the real expensive packs. I'm not really sure. When I was a kid, I didn't really get any. But there was like error cards, and they were the big ones, or just like the Wayne Gretzky rookie card, or Barry Bonds rookie card, or Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card, or whatever. But there wasn't any really numbered and things like that. Now there's more parallels. There's more things that they insert into the packs that give it more rarity. Like I just got the Top 2024 update series for baseball, and they have like Halloween packs in there, like Halloween cards in there, which is pretty cool. So they're a pretty cool thing to do. But like varieties, what do you want to get? What do you want to get out of this? Do you want to collect all sports? Do you want to focus on one sport? Do you want to focus on one team or one player? That's you got to figure out before you start collecting, because there's so many things you can do. Age wise, like what do you think you're going to do for the age of these cards? Or is it going to age well? Is it going to, I guess you could say, if it's going to age well, is it like a new player coming out? Do I want to grab their rookie cards, or do I want to get old players and things like that? The only problem with old players or existing players that are actually, have a good foothold into their league, the only problem with that is their cards are very expensive now, especially if you want to get like an auto or a numbered card or things like that. You can get base cards for a couple dollars, less than $1 if you go to card shows. But do you want to? How do you want to start that? So like the age makes a big difference on what you want to do and which ones you want to collect. You got to do research. Just making videos like this, I research a lot. I go on YouTube. I go on Facebook groups. I do a lot of research to figure out, what can I say to you guys to help you out? And you have to actually then research, like, what cards do you want to get? How much are they? Should you overpay for these cards? So there's a lot of things that you should look at to see, before you start just like spending thousands and thousands of dollars on it. It's like going to casinos, man. Now, yeah, I can go to the casinos and go to roulette and put $5,000 on black, or whatever. And the problem is, you can lose a lot of money that way. So you gotta be very smart about it. You got to research. If you're going to go to card shows, if you're going to go to these different things, right? You want to set a budget. Okay, you want to set a budget. I have $100 to go to this card show. That's it, right? I don't want to go over budget. So how many cards can I get for $100? So that's my second. That's my fourth fact is like setting a budget by doing your research. You should know how much Ellie De La Cruz auto is going for from last year from a Bowman 2023 pack. So like things like that you should know about and like have it in the back of your mind or make like a note sheet. It's always funny, a story that I tell all the time, that we always go to like the toy shows, because we like going to toy shows and looking at old like He-Man stuff and old Star Wars characters and old Star Wars figures in like the late 70s, early 80s. That was like the original Star Wars stuff. So my uncle, we went to this one card show, or not card show, we went to this one toy show, and he had a booklet, like just a regular booklet, and he printed out all the pictures of the actual things that he needed to complete his collection, all the figures that he needed to complete his collection. And it was pretty funny because and we're making fun of him because like just put it on your phone now, right? You have technology, you can use it on your phone. So then he didn't bring the actual note card or the notebook in, but he did take pictures of them and had pictures of each one and which ones he needed. But he knew this one was $200, this one was $35, this one was $500, and he didn't want to go over that, and he didn't want to really be at that. He wanted to be lower than that. And if he found one that was a good deal that was lower than that, he got it and put it into his collection. He's trying to build up his collection. You do the same thing for Topps 2024, and you have, okay, I want to get all of the stars of the game. Okay, well maybe I can pay $100 for all the stars of the game at once, or maybe I can pay $20 and 50 cents each card. So it's like it's a lot of research and setting a budget and not going over that budget, because you can go over that budget very, very easily with cards today. But like I said before, you want to focus on a team. That was my fifth fact, is focusing on a team, focusing on a player. Like, what do you want to get? Do you want to get all Braves? Do you want to get all Denver Broncos? Do you want to get all the Seattle SuperSonics? I don't know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So like, you want to pick a spot on what you want to focus on, because the hobby is so wide and the variety is so much that it's hard to start picking things and all that stuff, right? And when you get a blaster box, you're getting different ones, but you can kind of focus in on going on eBay, going on Facebook Marketplace, and trying to find all Phillies players or all Braves players or whatever, and that might help you out. Places to buy. Where I buy a lot, and it's probably not the greatest part, is like Amazon. I have them all saved in my cart. Topps 2024, Topps 2023, Big League Baseball, whatever, right? And I have them all saved in my cart, and then when they go on sale, I buy them. So I just bought like a Topps 2024 updated series, and it was like $24, which isn't that bad. Usually I'm paying $35 for a blaster. So you have like singles, you got fat packs, which might have 30 cards in the one pack, and they may be like $5, $6, $7. You have single packs you can buy that usually Walmart or Facebook Marketplace or eBay or GameStop or one of those places get it, right? You also have Amazon as well. And then you also have the next step is like after the packs, individual packs, is your blaster boxes. And your blaster boxes may have 5 or 6 packs in there. And you might get an auto in there. You might get a numbered card, but it's more rare than buying more like a mega pack. Mega pack's next. Mega pack might have more of those packs or bigger packs or whatever. And then after that, you get in the hobby boxes. And the hobby boxes are getting they get a little crazy. They're like, I always wanted to get the Topps Cosmic Chrome, right? But they're like $400 for one box. I'm not spending $400 for one box. Sorry, right? $25 is my limit, right? $400 for one hobby box, but you're guaranteed like 2 autographs, and those autographs might be $100 or $200 if you get a really, really good one, or $1,000 if you get or more than $1,000 if you get a really, really good one. So places to buy, there's a lot of places to buy. I heard like Ace Hardware has cards now, but definitely Walmart, Target, GameStop has cards. I heard GameStop has cards that are lower in price than other areas. So, but sometimes even Walmart might be have the same box as Target, but it's $5 cheaper. So you have to search around and see. I'm in a Facebook Marketplace that people put on like a picture of their Walmart or of their Target or of their whatever, and then they actually send a picture, and I'm like, okay, well, this is this much, and I kind of see the research and then check in my hometown and see if it's kind of the same. The last part is storage, like storing your cards. You don't want to just, I see it all the time on Facebook Marketplace. I see it on eBay, and I see it in like estate sales when you go to like people's houses, and there's cards all over the place. And it's like, it makes you so nervous because I like having things in order. I'm a teacher. I like having things in order, so it makes it easier to find stuff. And you want to have things in order. You want to have storage of your cards. You want to get a lot of plastic to put the cards in, and they have like the soft plastic, and then you put in the hard plastic. You want to do that if you have like parallels, if you have autos, because that really saves it. You also want to have like big storage bins that you can put your cards in. I have like those big cardboard bins, or like I think they're like 2x2, and you can fit maybe like 3,000 or 4,000 cards in one. And I put all like the base cards and some of the cards that aren't really worth anything, I line them up by suit. So I put them like Topps 2024, Topps 2023, whatever, and I have them all in there. So if I come back 10 years later and I have like a rookie card in there who wasn't that good at that time when I first got it, but 10 years later he's like a stud, I can go there and find it and find it easily. And I do it just by, suiting it like that. And I have like, since I've been collecting for the last couple of years, I have like 4 of those boxes stacked up, filled with stuff, that we've been getting, cards and things like that. So that really helps keep everything organized. You don't just want to throw them over the place. I threw them all over the place when I was a kid, and I had them all in this big shoebox and all the different kinds of shoe boxes. And I had no idea what was what and this and that. So I actually went through them and sorted them. It took me about a couple months to sort all that stuff. So as you get older, you don't want to be sorting this stuff for like hours and hours and hours. So start it now. When you start your collection, start it now, and that'll really help you out. The last thing is community. Like, it's cool because you are going around to these card shows. You're going around to even like in Walmart, and you're like, oh yeah, I got this box, and you're talking to people, and you're talking to people about what you love and also what they love. And that's the best part about sports card collecting and any kind of collecting or anything, that you find similarities that people that do with you. And that's a really neat thing to do. You go into hobby shops, they're very welcoming, and that's what they love, and they're doing it as a job, and you go in there and that's what you love, and you can sit there and talk to them forever. I love science, and we used to go down to Cape Canaveral down in Florida, and I would go through like where the SpaceX thing is and also where they have like a little setup in Cape Canaveral, not the Kennedy main one, but the Cape Canaveral one. And I went in there, and I love science, I love rockets, and I go in there, and the guy was working on this. He used to work on a space shuttle, and I was sitting there for 2.5 hours just talking to him about what he did and things like that. That's community. That's cool to talk about, and cool to bring your kids into it and things like that. So like, if you don't really care about anything else, community is probably the most important one, because you're building with that trust with other people, and that camaraderie with other people, and the trading and things like that. So it's very important to bring new people into this hobby, and focusing on community is the best thing to do. But if you're a new sports card collector and you want to start sports card collecting in 2025, I hope this video helped you guys out. And if you have any questions or comments, make sure to leave them. If you had a different role of collecting and how you did it, let us know in the comments, and we can talk and all that cool stuff. So we appreciate you guys watching. We'll talk to you guys later.